Hey kindergartners, it's Mr. Jones again. Hope you guys are staying healthy. So today we are again doing a read aloud, and we are also continue focusing on what is the problem in a story, and how does the problem get solved in the story. So today we are going to do a different book. I think you guys may be a little bit more familiar with this book. It is the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. And as we're reading this book, I want you guys to keep thinking in your head, what is the problem in this story? And how does the problem get solved? Jack and the Beanstalk. Thinking about what is the problem and how do we solve the problem. Deep in the countryside lived a widow and her son, Jack. Their cottage was crumbling and their clothes were patched. They were very, very poor. A widow is someone who is just the mother, so it's just Jack and his mother. They're living together. One day, Jack's mother said, "We must sell our cow. Take her to market, Jack, and bring home some gold pieces." So he set off to town. Think in your heads, why are they trying to sell the cow? But before Jack had gotten very far, he met a strange little man. "That's a fine cow," the man said. "I'll swap you 5 magic beans for her." "Magic beans?" said Jack. "Are they really magic?" "Magic they are. Or chop off my beard and knit it into a sweater," croaked the little man. Magic beans? Jack couldn't wait to tell his mother. He clutched them tightly and he ran all the way home. So kindergartners, I'm going to pause right here, and I want you guys to pause the video, and I want you to turn to an adult, or I want you to think in your head, what is the problem in the story right now? And how is Jack solving the problem? Do you think his mother is going to agree with him that the magic beans are going to solve their problem? Why or why not? Jack's mother was furious. "We need money, not useless old beans," she cried, and she threw them out the window in disgust. So it doesn't look like Jack's mom thought that the beans were really helpful, or that they were going to solve the problem. But late that night, a tiny bean sprout poked out from the ground, and then it grew and grew and grew. And the next morning, the beanstalk stretched high into the sky. The beans were magic, Jack cried. But what's at the top? So Jack climbed up, up, up the beanstalk, and at last he reached the very top. And there, shimmering in the sunlight, was... Kindergartners, what do we think is at the top of the beanstalk? A magnificent castle. Just then, Jack's stomach rumbled. "I must find some breakfast," he thought, and he tapped on the castle door. The door creaked open, and a huge giantess smiled down. A giantess is like a female giant. It's a woman giant. "Hello," shouted Jack up. "Please, do you have any food?" "You poor thing," boomed the giantess. "Come right in, but quickly before the giant gets up." What a marvelous feast! There was an enormous loaf of bread and a gigantic jar of jelly. Jack dug in at once. So kindergartners, Are the magic beans solving the problem right now? But what's going to happen? But suddenly, the room began to shake. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my goodness, cried the giantess. He's coming! And she shoved Jack under a teacup to hide. What's coming, kindergartners? And into the room stomped a big, scary, hungry giant. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman, he said. Be he live or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread. Don't be silly, there's nobody here but us, the giantess scolded. Now go and wash before breakfast. Jack trembled. I must leave now, he thought. He was halfway down the hall when he heard a squawk, and it was a hen with bright golden feathers. Help, she clucked. Set me free, and I'll lay you golden eggs every day. Kindergartners, think about what the problem is. Do we think that's going to help Jack solve the problem from the beginning of the story? Jack scooped up the hen, but then he heard huge footsteps thundering after them. Fee, fi, fo, fum, roared the giant. I smell the blood of an Englishman, and there he is. Jack raced out of the door, and he jumped. And he slid down the beanstalk, down, 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 all the way back to his cottage. Mother, quick, bring the axe, he shouted. Jack's mother swung the axe at the beanstalk, thwack, and it shuddered and shook, and the giant came tumbling down. Fee, fi, fo, crash. And that was the end of the giant. Jack hugged his mother tight. Look what I found, he said, and he showed her the golden hen. Oh, Jack, said his mother, I'm so glad you're safe. And you were right about those magic beans. And so Jack, his mother, and the golden hen all lived happily ever after. And with lots of golden eggs, they were never poor again. The end. So, kindergartners, with that, I want you guys to pause the video here, and I want you to turn to an adult, or I want you to think in your head, what is the problem in this story? And how does the problem get resolved? How do we solve the problem? Pause the video now.